convince someone to lend us the money, and we're going to convince the town and the county and the state, we have to be very sure that what we're doing is going to work. So we're confident that we can do everything we say and be an asset to the community, reduce the disposal costs, bring renewable energy to Gloucester City, reduce the energy costs of the people that we deal with, and get a lot of good quality compost back into the soil. So I'll be happy to answer any questions you have.
I have a number of questions, but I actually wanted to ask before I ask my questions. Are you going to talk a little bit about some of the research you did on some of the plants in other countries?
I can if it's necessary.
I think
The anaerobic digestion followed by an aerobic phase is state-of-the-art technology. The existing facilities, at least those that are of more modern construction, operate well. They take in waste, they put out a product, they generate electricity. The particular situation in New Jersey, however, has some added benefits. Right now, garbage goes to the incinerator, where it takes more energy to dry it, to get it to burn, than comes out of it. The anaerobic digestion producing the methane gives about 3 times the energy that combustion does in our incinerator. The European models are 20, 25 years old. The earlier vintages are not as efficient, not as aesthetically pleasing. The old technology with the open windrows is something in the past. It's not going to happen again. This enclosed facility has been proven in 118 sites by my count. The number changes daily. And it works.
What's
It
the
works in Ireland.
Any downside, Dr. Katz?
Well, the downside, methane is an explosive gas. I found only one instance of a gas explosion. One.
118 leads?
Well, in composting in general.
Yeah, okay.
One instance of food waste composting, and that was in Japan. The odor problems are in Taiwan, where composting is big, but the efficiency of the operations, the air purification, is not. The biofilter is an efficient gas removal. Going to your pesticide aspect, in the European scene, pesticides are not used as extensively as they are here. However, the anaerobic digestion followed by the aerobic phase destroys pesticides. We don't use hard pesticides anymore here or in Europe. The Germans are probably the leader in waste management, specifically with respect to composting. The Irish situation, I count 30 compost facilities in Ireland. 2 of them are operated by McGill. They're regional, and the reason here is logistics. Less travel, less transportation costs, and the idea in Europe is to build several small facilities rather than one large one. There's one in the center of Munich Zoo for animal waste composting. The zookeepers clean the cages, and the animal waste is composted on site. The construction currently in Europe is big business. Italy is building enclosed composters. Austria has them. The newly admitted European. The newly admitted European Union members are also building composters. What else do you want to know?
Thank you, Dr.
I think if any citizens there's some citizens that might have.
Just identify yourself, sir, go ahead.
Yes, my name is Dave Ronzinski, I live on Water Street, right adjacent to what's project we developed. We're looking at a cost of construction of $37 million. Was that the figure,
The
Eric?
entire project is about 30 million.
30 million, okay. And you guys are going to generate the renewable energy and sell that.
Correct.
People pay you to pick up the waste. You sell the waste in all aspects of it. Well, not the waste, you sell the finished product, the compost, and then you sell all the energy generated there.
Correct.
Right. I mean, what kind of revenue are you guys looking at?
Well, we actually have 4 revenue sources. We have our disposal,
Right.
which is less than disposal to landfill.
Right.
We have electrical sales, thermal sales,
Right.
and compost sales.
Right.
The actual economics are a little more confidential, and I don't like giving up the economics of our model. It's not a huge revenue generator, believe it or not. It's not like it's these hundreds of millions of dollars. We don't have, there's only a 60,000 ton plant. Sounds like a boatload of money to have a small revenue stream. We're actually building a big machine. It's a big machine, is what it is, like a vending machine, or a self-serve car wash, is kind of what it is.
So on all ends, I mean, the product's coming in, you're getting paid to take the waste,
Correct.
and then you're getting, you transfer, you're making money on both ends essentially,
Absolutely.
the whole product. So, I mean, you don't have a rough estimate of what you're looking at?
Oh, no, we actually have very specific estimates.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And again, a lot of information is confidential, but I can tell you that we absolutely have to be really good at collecting material. We have to get a good buck for our electricity. We can't afford to sell it to the grid, we just don't get enough revenues. We have to get a good buck for our compost. We have to be really good at it because it's an expensive product.
Absolutely. So it'd just be nice to have figures to compare when we say to the benefit of Gloucester City, who does it benefit more? Does it benefit more organic diversions? Obviously, benefit more than the residents when we deal with the increased traffic. I mean, I live across the street that there's an asphalt plant. I'm sure you're familiar with the area. You can see the asphalt plant there. All right, now they have trucks. Now, obviously, it's the busy season for asphalting, so you have trucks from that facility that come in and out at all times of the day and all times of the night because you can pave when you're paving roads, you're going to pave at night. So that we get day in and day out traffic there. And then we're going to have this facility is going to be around the corner, so we have the increased traffic there. We already have deteriorated roads and infrastructure in the area. Is organic diversion when you contribute some kind of, make some kind of financial commitment to, upgrade the infrastructure and the roads in the area to contribute, to pick up the, to the increased truck traffic.
Well, a couple of things. One thing about the asphalt plant coming and going all hours.
Right.
We have a small window of when we're actually receiving material. Generally, we're like 7 to 3.
Right.
That's and Saturdays a half a day.
Right.
After that, there's no truck traffic whatsoever.
Right.
And again, we're looking at, on the high side, 25. If I open today, our truck would have 17 based on our volume today.
We're still looking at the truck per hour, an hour and 15 minutes on average. Like 17 truck
truck
number.
per hour on a county road with unrestricted truck access, by all counts, is actually very, very insignificant. Again, if you're just running through your yard, maybe it would be, but a truck every hour and 15 minutes is fairly insignificant in the overall totals. But in terms of what is it, the question is, what's this mean to Gloucester City?
Right.
It's not about, our profitability. We need to be profitable. We need to show we can be profitable. Or no one's going to let us dime. But what does it mean to Gloucester City? You have a piece of property that's generating virtually no ratables right now. We're going to be leasing that property over a 30-year period at a fairly significant amount of money. We're going to be paying taxes on that property over a 30-year period, which is fairly significant.
What do you estimate the taxes you're paying?
I would have to pull out our agreement, but that's all that stuff has been negotiated with the city.
Right.
And it's far exceeds anything down there right now.
Right. Oh, no doubt about
Now, in addition to that, we are taking the yard waste from Gloucester City, and we are giving compost back to Gloucester City. So it actually is worth several hundred, many hundreds of thousands of dollars to Gloucester City. And I don't know the exact numbers, but I'm going to guess that we're probably getting a few $1,000s a year right now in ratables. We're going to bump those numbers into the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Let me ask a question, Administrator, is that a redevelopment zone?
Yes, it is.
So you will negotiate with them then what they will pay in terms of host community benefit or anything like that, is that correct?
That's correct.
So they'll get both, a host community benefit, which is the materials exchange, right? And a rateable. Is that correct? They'll pay a they'll pay a tax to you as well.
Yes.
And lease the property.
Could you answer the gentleman's question about what the city would get in